John.
All right, there is some breaking news this morning. We're hearing reports of a shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. We happen to have with us the acting director of ICE, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Todd Lyons. Director, thank you for being here. I want to say, you were coming in, we were talking to you anyway. Obviously, this event has sort of subsumed what we were going to discuss. What can you tell us about this incident in Dallas?
Yeah, literally, as I was coming here, we were notified that there were shots fired at our Dallas field office. Right now, preliminary information is a possible sniper. We have 3 individuals that are down at this time. We're not sure on their condition. They've been taken to the hospital. We're hearing some reports that the shooter may be down from the Texas Department of Public Safety. The scene's secure. You know, obviously right now, my hearts and prayers are going out to my officers and agents. That's my biggest concern, and as well as everyone in that area. But this just shows the violence that's being increased against ICE officers and agents. This is the second time now we've had a shooting at one of our facilities in the Dallas area, and really, it's just a sad time that we have to worry about violence against law enforcement.
So you're hearing, the reports you're hearing at this point are coming from inside your offices in Dallas at ICE. You're hearing directly from them?
Yeah, we're hearing directly from the leadership on the ground there. The building is on lockdown, building secure. Initial reports are that our offices are accounted for, but there are 3 individuals that are shot.
Are the 3 individuals ICE employees?
We're still working on that right now. Obviously, it's really chaotic. Dallas Police Department's been great. They're on scene. It's a large police presence there right now. You know, it could be employees, it could be civilians that were visiting facility, it could be detainees. At this point, we're still working through that. We do know that 3 have definitely been shot. They're en route to the hospital right now. We had great support from locals on the ground that are helping us look for the active shooter. Like I said, right before I just walked on set, I got word that the shooter is down from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Okay, so it may not be an active shooter situation anymore. You said a possible sniper. Did this individual get inside the facility or were all the shots outside?
From a preliminary reports, it looks like shots came from outside.
And the victims,
into our secure facility.
And the victims were also outside, or were the victims inside?
Inside our Sally Port area where we have our secure detainee location, inside that location. But again, everything's still coming in so fast. It's just been a morning.
Look, I appreciate you giving us the details you have. It's an unusual situation here. We're getting preliminary reports that we had not yet been able to confirm. We have the acting director of ICE here telling us that you are getting these reports directly. And you mentioned the threats that you feel are being directed toward your agents. Talk to me about that. What's the environment in general? You
know, I've never seen anything like this in my law enforcement career. I've never seen threats on law enforcement, specifically ICE, increase the way it is. You know, we're up over 1,000% assaults on officers right now. And really just a lot of the talk that's out there, a lot of the rhetoric is just the violence directed towards law enforcement officers just trying to do their job. And we just keep seeing an increase step by step. You know, like I said, we had that shooting at the Alvarado facility, which is right outside Dallas, on July 4th, where they ambushed officers in military tactical gear under the guise of fireworks. And now we have this, and it just seems like it keeps getting worse and worse, and it has to stop.
You've launched a large recruitment effort. There are ads airing in a lot of different places. To what extent have you found that the atmosphere is affecting your recruitment efforts?
You know, you would think that it would affect it, but it hasn't. We've have over 157,000 applicants. It just keeps going up. There's really excitement for people that want to serve, not just necessarily ICE, but want to serve in a federal law enforcement capacity, especially at a time when assaults and attack on law enforcement are increasing. We are seeing a great uptick in our recruitment. So people definitely want to do the job, but again, it's a sad moment in time when we have to worry about the safety of law enforcement officers just out there doing their mission.
One of the Denver police chief, a lot of the advertisements are in cities that you call sanctuary cities here. The Denver police chief said to Axios of the ads and the recruitment effort, I think it's a terrible job for terrible pay.
That's his opinion. I can tell you that it's a noble profession. It's a great organization. We do a great public safety mission. And I'm proud of the work the men and women of ICE do. And I've heard you talk about some of the violence in the rhetoric, particularly you've mentioned what you call sanctuary cities. But again, this is Texas, this is Dallas right now, right, which to my knowledge isn't what you would call a sanctuary city. And there is still allegedly, or now you're confirming, violence there. Right. Yeah, it's a sad state for law enforcement, but it's not going to deter our mission. And again, my main focus today is just making sure the men and women of ICE in Dallas are safe and making sure that all across the country we're taking precautions to keep our staff safe. and get
Okay.
home.
Well, Acting Director Todd Lyons, like I said, we had anticipated a much different discussion, but given the ongoing situation, we'll let you get back on the phone and handle this and talk to your people. Obviously, let us know when you get more details, but to confirm the details you have, 3 people shot on the way to the hospital. The shooter, you believe, down
down.
from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Yes, that's what we have now.
Director Todd Lyons, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you,
I do
appreciate it.
it.